Hi all. I wanted to go over this week's announcements and reminders. First, I want to start off with a review of your discussion board postings. I really appreciate everyone posting a video to your discussion board within your learning communities. I think it's helpful to put a face to a name and to learn a little bit more about each of you. So I do appreciate that. As you go forward with the discussion board, everyone will not post a video. So as we did last semester, students will post a video only if you're designated to post a video that week. Okay. So within each of your learning communities, there is a list of the members as well as the weeks that you are to post your video. The video that you post, as like last semester, you're posting a video in response to the discussion board prompt. Okay. So the person who's posting a video, this is their initial response to the discussion board prompt. If you post a video, you're still responsible for at least 2 responses to 2 separate group members, okay? Minimum of 250-word responses. So this week I was lenient in terms of the grading on the word count for the responses because it was all an introduction where you are putting information out there about yourself. So that was fine. But going forward, with regards to the readings for each week, it is imperative that not only do you post your initial response, okay, whether it's a video format or not, but you have to post an initial response, and then you post 2 response postings to at least 2 separate members of your learning community, okay, minimum of 250 words. So the way that my grading normally works with regards to discussion board is that if you post your initial response, typically depending on the length of that initial response, the max you can receive is 3 points. You receive the additional points in terms of points 4 and 5 if you respond to your colleagues, and full points is if you meet the minimum requirements of 250 words, 2 separate posts to 2 separate members of your learning community. Okay, so in order to get full points, you must meet the requirements for the discussion board. And so this semester, I'm going to be more stringent about that because that is where the learning takes place. That's where you apply the ratings, and that's where you all engage one another in thoughts and ideas about what you've read and what you've learned. So I just wanted to go over that. And again, I appreciate everyone who posted and took the time to respond to one another. Keep up the good work and keep the momentum going. Okay. So for this week, there will be a PowerPoint posted for Chapter 3 of the Crestwell and Poff text, as well as a discussion board posting for your learning community. So there are only 10 for this semester, not including the introductory one that you've just done. So 10 separate ones. And so this upcoming week there will be a discussion board posting. The prompt is also listed in the course syllabus. Okay, so it's in the course syllabus, but it's also listed. It's also posted in your learning community. And so I want to talk a little bit about the papers now. So I've gotten a lot of questions about the papers and how that works. I've uploaded a new version of the course syllabus. I realized that some of the scoring was off for the different sections of the paper. So I want to go over that. So for the paper, there's a form that I created, okay, and that's posted in the content learning folder, in the course content folder. And so the completion of this form is 15 points. It doesn't have to necessarily be in this format. You can send me an email with the information. That's completely fine. But the information that is contained in the form needs to be sent to me via email. And that is the title of your paper, the research question or questions that you are going to answer. Again, not more than 2 questions. Whether or not the paper is going to be published, and that way I know if we have to seek IRB approval. And then a breakdown of who's going to do what in terms of delineation of responsibilities. And so it's totally up to you all in terms of how you break down those tasks and responsibilities. What I have there is just a suggested breakdown for what you all will take on, or rather for how you all can divvy up the responsibilities. So I need to have this information sent to me via email by the deadline, okay, which is on May the 5th. I'm sorry, not May the 5th is when the paper is due, which is on February the 10th. That's when the form is due to me. Okay, so that's 15 points for the form where you outline your paper topic as well as who's doing what. Okay, and so the rest of the paper content is 105 points. And so again, that's listed in the syllabus, the different aspects of the paper. And then 30 points will be assigned to appropriate writing style. So that's style, voice, flow, grammatical errors, as well as APA formatting. Okay. So my suggestion would be that you have one person or you have two people that will deal with the appropriate writing style portion of the paper, because it's a lot of work to pull all the pieces together and have it flow and it all read it and it all read as one voice, and to make sure that the APA formatting is where it needs to be. So so with a paper of this length, you need to make sure that you give yourself at least 3 to 4 days to ensure that the APA is correct. Okay, it's not something you can do last minute. It has to be done such that you have an ample enough time to go over the APA errors and make sure that you minimize those. Okay. I've had some questions as well about using previous work. I know that the second year doctoral students were able to conduct research projects in their action research class where they had to collect data. I'm totally okay with that. I'm totally okay with you all using previous work that you've done. However, the paper cannot mirror it. It cannot be a mirrored assignment. So what I mean is that it can't be a verbatim paper. It can't be the exact same thing with a few tweaks. It needs to be a completely updated paper in terms of the literature review, because we've had about a year and a half since that course was taken. Okay. So that means a year and a half has passed. There's new literature out there pertaining to your topic. So new literature must show up as a part of the literature review. You all are more knowledgeable about research design collectively, first year and second year doctoral students, about research design, the use of APA, as well as the selection of a theoretical framework. Okay. Those are things that should be included as well as updated. And so I'm going to grade the papers more stringently for everyone involved, whether if it's new work or if it is work that you are that you're updating and recycling. Okay. Because everyone is more knowledgeable about these aspects of what belongs in the paper, so I have higher expectations based on your new knowledge. Okay. And so I will not be as lenient as I have been in terms of the grading of APA as well. You all took quizzes last semester, so you're very knowledgeable now about APA and how to apply it. So the expectation is heightened for what that should look like for the final paper. So I'm totally okay with you all using previous work. It's just that I want to make sure that you all are applying the new knowledge that you've acquired last semester and what you will acquire this semester to the final product, if you're using work that one of your members has previously completed. Okay. If you have any questions, feel free to email me, as well as if need be, schedule an appointment to talk with me. I'm available via Skype. Just email me and we can set up an appointment. Okay. I hope you all have a great week, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.